Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Stanford Howard with this edition of the HGP Sportscast. The sport of archery in Guyana is on the rise despite a few minor setbacks in the past year. And according to Secretary General and head coach of Archery Guyana, 2019 will be a very big year for the sport as they set their eye on the 2020 Olympics. Find out more in this report.
Archery Guyana is really the body in Guyana that promotes Olympic target archery. There are many forms of archery, but Olympic target archery is the pinnacle of competitive archery because it goes all the way to Olympics. And this is what we teach and we train at.
On Wednesday, HGP Sports sat down with a representative of Archery Guyana, and questions were raised about the development of the sport of archery. Here is Treasurer Head Coach of Archery Guyana, Nicholas Hing.
2018 was a good year for us in terms of in terms of competitions. We've been training all year, but last year especially gained more in terms of knowledge of archery. I went to Colombia and attended a coaching seminar for 1 week. That has really broadened our horizons basically in terms of what we can do here in Guyana for archery and how we can spread it.
King also spoke about why archery wasn't pulled off at the school's nationals last year and the training programs in the hinterland regions. Secretary General Vidishu Prasad McKinnon echoed the same sentiments as the head coach about the past year and touched on some exciting prospects for 2019.
Well, as you would have seen, we're very excited about our new member, Mr. Wayne Diabru. So the prospect of going to the Olympics is actually closer than we all expected in Guyana. So we're really looking forward to that. And more exciting news for 2019. We will again be breaking new ground in Guyana when we will host the historic event later this year. And this event will be a national judges seminar. You would all recall last year, Nicholas had mentioned when we had the inaugural Level 1 coaching seminar in Guyana. So we are working, there's a committee, we're working towards this. And our National Judges Seminar is the next step towards Guyana hosting an international event.
For the HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard. The Guyana Football Federation is going through a healing process and President Wayne Ford says he's committed to that process. Find out more from Samuel Gillis.
President of the GFF vows to do all in his power to protect persons working under him from wrongdoings.
While football cannot fix society's problems, under my leadership, the GFF will do everything it can to improve the football environment and protect the integrity of the women and girls in the sport.
From the recent Commission of Inquiry headed by Dr. Karen Pilgrim, recommendations were submitted and provisions have already been made by the GFF for their implementation.
The Executive Committee has accepted the findings and recommendations of the Board of Inquiry. The GFF Third Vice President, Ms. Tandai McAllister, will oversee the implementation of these recommendations. We will take steps necessary to support the healing of those affected and to do what we can to urgently rebuild trust within the fraternity.
The media and stakeholders were encouraged to continue hold the GFF to the high standard they have set with a new and improved policy against discrimination and harassment in the Federation. Other allegations are presently being investigated. For HGP Sports, I am Samuel Gillis.
The Guyana Jaguars team go into round 4 of the 2018-2019 Regional 4-Day PCL tournament at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence, from Thursday the 10th of January to Sunday the 13th of January. A few changes has been made to the squad. Chandrapal Hemraj, Raymond Rifa and Vishal Singh will be out on Windies duties, while Kimo Paul, Shamron Hatimaya and Trevon Griffith joins the team. The Jaguar squad comprise Tangerine Chanjapal, Trevon Griffith, Shemron Hetmeyer, Leon Johnson, Kimo Paul, Anthony Bramble, Christopher Barnwell, Romario Shepard, Versami Parmon, Godish Moti, Keon Joseph, Sharfan Rutherford, Clinton Pestano, Ramala Lewis, and Tevin Iklam. Now on to horse racing. Horse racing fans were disappointed last year when the Triple Crown Horse Racing Championship was cancelled, but this year it promised to be real good. Here's Samuel Gillis with this story.
The weather last year was cited by coordinator Junior Jumbo Jet Mohammed as the reason horse racing fans had to wait until this year for the Horse Racing Triple Crown Championship. February the 24th, March the 24th, April the 21st are the dates set for the championships. Provisional program for the Triple Crown is not yet released, but horse owners can begin to prepare their horses for the event. Here are some tips in preparing your horse. Focus on nutrition. There are special lines of food available that are formulated for competition horses. A trainer should be in charge of the training schedule. Safe and comfortable transportation should be in place to transport your horse to the track. For Hgp Sports, I am Samuel Gillis.
Thank you, Samuel. In cricket news, the IPL 2019 scheduled to be played in India with a proposed starting date of March 23rd. Find out more in this report. The 2019 edition of IPL will take place entirely in India and will start on March 23rd, the Board of Control for Cricket in India said on Tuesday. The venue had been the subject of speculation given that dates clash with the general elections, which are expected to take place in April-May. However, a BCCI release said the date and venue had been decided on by the Committee of Administrators after discussion with federal and state officials. It is likely that the full IPL schedule will be out in early February. In addition to the home base of the 8 franchises, according to 4 to 6 additional grounds have been shortlisted as backup. Once the Election Commission of India announces the final dates for the polls, the IPL will consider if any of these venues would need changing. Although the IPL has not announced the date for the final, it is likely to be between May 12th and 15th. As per norm, the defending champion gets the right to host the tournament opener and the final. So Chennai will get both those key matches. More clarity on the situation is expected once the poll dates in the cities are made public. In 2009 and 2014, the last 2 seasons that clashed with general elections, the IPL had been moved to South Africa and the UAE. The biggest challenge for the franchise next season is that the IPL will end a couple of weeks before the World Cup begins on May 30th in England. As a result, the availability of overseas players towards the tail end of the season is a bit unclear. For the Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard. And that's all we have for this edition of the Hgp Sportscast. But do remember, persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievement.